in the AM. Eitan Freilich is visiting us. That's an Avi Newmark presentation. Album is called Yisrael Chai. And the song you heard, Ko Amar, here at JM in the AM. And for the first time, live and in person, we say good morning to Eitan Freilich at JM in the AM. Welcome, sir.
Good morning. Wow. It's very nice to be here. You
know?
know?
I appreciate that. We've actually been in touch over the last, I don't know how many months. When did you first introduce yourself to the JM in the AM?
I'm thinking probably about a year ago.
Is it already a year? My gosh.
Time goes fast, right?
Time does fly. By the way, we're on Facebook Live. You can go to Nachum Segal Network on Facebook. Go to Nachum Segal Network on Facebook, and you'll see that our video has begun, assuming that the person who's running the video knows what he's doing, which is possible. Not always probable, but certainly possible. Anyway, so that's there, and everyone should join in. Everyone should share the video if you don't mind. Anyway, so Eitan Freilich, it's the first time, and this may be surprising to some, it's the first time we're meeting in person, and you're here in our New York City studios, usually spending your time in London, I guess.
Yes, but it's very nice. I said driving down, passing Times Square in the morning,
yeah.
No traffic.
Yeah, well.
You know, see the sun coming up. Very nice.
Welcome to the only time you'll have no traffic in the Times Square area. And the bulk of your musical experience in London, as far as if my information is correct, is that you're participating in a lot of weddings.
Yes, that is correct.
Singing at a lot of weddings and making everybody happy over there.
It's the best job in the world, but that's kind of why I'm here, because basically it's a very last minute trip. You know, we only spoke about a week ago to say that I'm coming.
Right.
It's very interesting because I thought I'm working on new music now. And everyone here is working on the music, and I'm stuck in London. I'm thinking, okay, I want to be part of the action there. I want to see how it happens, because a lot of people don't get to see how the songs are composed.
Well, what do you mean that it's being worked on here? What does that mean?
We
By
have
who?
It's a very good question. We have a load of composers who are taking my concepts, which I'll go back to the beginning. I'm literally looking at creating another album.
Right.
And we have loads of composers working on these concepts, which I'm getting much more involved in than I did last time. So I have ideas. I have definitely ideas of songs, and I put it to different composers. Not all here. I'll give it, Ko Amar, that song we just played, that was written by Ari Goldwag, and he's worked on a few songs that he's doing for me now. So He's in Israel, although he was just here. But so I'm giving them to the composers to work on these songs, and I want to be part of the action. I want to see how they do it. I want to see their inspirations behind it. So I thought, you know what? This is the first week since I got married about 2 months ago.
Mazel tov.
Thank you. So it's the first week since then. I have got nothing on this week. So I thought, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. I'm getting on a plane, booked the plane, and came here, even though there were snowstorms, right?
we know.
And my plane wasn't cancelled. A lot of people's were. And I got here, and I've just literally non-stop. I thought I'd have time to walk around. I haven't even...
So you're working with people like who? Like, give me some names that we'd be familiar with.
So Baruch Levine I was with. Yeah, I was with... last night, I was with Eli Schwab until, I think, 12 o'clock. Literally, we started at 6 in the afternoon, evening, and literally till 12 o'clock. It was amazing. And
these guys are writing songs and are now, I assume, perfecting the songs with you.
Literally. But what I tell you what's amazing is that these people, I've seen, I saw Hershey Weinberger with Cyrilline Meyer, the producer, and who else did I see? I saw Baruch Sholem.
Right.
I saw, I'm going to see Yitzi Waldner soon. Right. Today we're going to the studio to jam a bit, as we'd say.
Nice.
And with all these people, I'm just trying to think and make sure, Yossi Müller, I'm not forgetting anyone. And, so all these people are so normal, nice, so it's beautiful to be in their homes. You go to their homes, you don't generally go to studios. You go to their homes, you see they're like nice Heimish people, right? They're good families, the kids walk in screaming. Good, yesterday I was with Eli Schwab. His kids are adorable, right? Yeah. He involves them in the music. This is the cutest thing. He asks them their opinions. He gets them to sing with. It's a beautiful thing, It's just to see their families and see where the music comes from.
Well, I'm glad you're having a good time.
I'm loving it. I said Baruch Levine. I said specifically about Baruch. I said if he's a man with soul and his music got soul. That's it. And that's what he puts into his music. It was really beautiful. We had a very good time together.
Eitan Freilich is here, JM in the AM, as we welcome him in from London on this Thursday morning. Now, you're in what area of London?
Hendon.
Oh, you're in
not
Hendon.
not Golders Green.
Right.
Everyone thinks Golders Green. It's Hendon.
Hendon we always call Flatbush, and Golders Green we call Borough Park.
Right.
For those who need the local Brooklyn reference. Is this the first? This is the first album.
That was my first album.
And this is the first song from the first album, the Koamar.
Right.
That's how it begins. And now Ari Goldwag, as you said, is writing more for you.
Ari's brilliant. He sung at my wedding. He came to my wedding. He was unbelievable.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
we
honestly.
saw him at Hask on Sunday night.
Yeah, he's such a talent as a composer and a singer.
Right.
I love it.
He was a singer, I think, before a composer.
Yeah.
For those of us who remember back at the Miami Boys Choir, but you look too young to remember those days of Ari Goldwag.
No, I grew up. I don't know about Ari, but I grew up with Miami Boys Choir, definitely. That was...
Right. But in his era, I think you may
probably
have been a bit too young. All right, give me another one to play off of this album as we continue to plow through some of Eitan Freilich's music here at JMN.
It's a good question.
What do you want to play off of this?
I know it's slow, but I think we should do Eitz Chaim.
All right, who wrote this?
This is Yitzi Wulna. It was sent to me. I did not take it straight away. Sorry, I didn't. But I didn't take it straight away, and I really regretted it. And I remember Avi had to work very hard to get that song back. So
interesting. All right. Eitan Freilich is in studio visiting us from across the pond on this Thursday at JM in the AM. Eitan Freilich. If you're on Facebook, feel free to go to facebook.com/Nachum Segal Network. Check out what's happening here in the studio. A very, very interesting intercontinental encounter between me and Eitan Freilich here on JM in the AM.
Does everyone understand me? I speak in the same language.
I don't understand the word, frankly. But no, I think you're well understood. Some people even prefer the accent, believe it or not.
Wow.
There are people who like the British accent.
I basically came and I said I'm going to disprove certain things. I say Harry Potter.
Right.
I don't drink tea, and I've never met the Queen. That's what I say.
That's funny.
So all you Americans out there.
That's pretty funny. Anyway, here he is, and you are. We mentioned that you're. I guess we'd call it a mainstay now on the wedding scene in London.
Yeah. Best job in the world. It's not even a job.
And how did that all begin? How did that all start?
So basically, as a kid, I'd listen to people like you. I'd listen to the radio. I'd tune
Growing
in,
up in London?
Even in London, and I would listen to all the CDs. Miami, it's so nice. Shalsheles just came out with a new album. Real nostalgia there, right?
They were in that chair on Monday.
Yeah, I saw. And so I would listen to lots of music, and it's funny because I spoke to Baruch as a kid. I was about 12 years old. I spoke to Baruch Levine once, and we were just talking about that today. I mean, yesterday when I saw him, how that happened, how everything's developed, and I would sing, and he'd encourage me, and I would sing as a kid at Sheva Bruchos, small things I would sing, and slowly I did more and more, and then I stopped. I went to yeshiva, completely stopped, didn't sing at all in yeshiva. I took a complete break. And when I got back, I slowly started again. And it was actually Yossi Green, very, very, very supportive. He saw some videos on YouTube, and we spoke a bit. We reached out, and we spoke. And he said, do an album. You've got to do an album. He said, but you need a producer. And at that time, I didn't quite know what a producer was. What does a producer do? I still don't know. I'm joking. I'm joking. It's really Avi. I'm just joking. And so I basically went to Avi. And we worked really well together, and I liked his style, because everyone's got their own style. And, we came up with this album. And since the album, I had a lot of time there. I wasn't performing every night then. But now, since the album's come out, it's harder to do the second album because you're so busy from the first. So it's an amazing thing. You can't complain. It's brilliant.
And the Avi you mentioned is Avi Newmark, of course, who's officially producer of the album that we've been playing here, entitled Yisrael Chai. Eitan Freilich is here in studio at JM in the AM. And that album got done. It must have been a tremendous real sense of relief, a tremendous feeling to actually get it out there.
It was amazing though. There's no feeling like releasing an album.
Right.
No feeling.
And then, of course, as you said, things start picking up, and more people are. Now, has there been? First of all, I'm flattered that you are among the people who listens to me over there. Anybody else tuned in, or is just you?
No.
But what about people here? Have they expressed an interest in bringing you in for their wedding?
I get a lot of emails. I get
really?
a lot of emails. Yeah. So basically, what we try and do is when I do come here, and I'm coming here more times this year because I'm working. So we're trying to organize things to do. I guess people like British people.
No question about it.
That is it.
And how was your wedding? How was the music at your wedding 2 months ago?
It's a good question. It's a very good, because I had a lot of pressure.
Right.
Everyone was expecting some masterpiece there. No, it was very nice. I basically wanted it like a family on stage. So I had a lot of my band, my own band there. And it was really nice because you feel like your brothers are on stage basically, and they're performing to Simchas Chasam Akala. It's the most important thing. And they did such a good job. I got Amiran Devir. He came
from Israel. Wow.
I had another singer from Manchester, Buchik Look, came. It was really nice. A lot of singers.
Very nice. All right, a lot of people and a big celebration. You did sing for your kala under the chuppah.
Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story. This one makes people laugh. I basically sung for my kala. I sung her down the aisle, and we had a video, so I put it up on YouTube, right?
Right.
And so I got a message from someone, didn't know who they are. And it started like this. It said, I've just watched your video of you singing your colour down the aisle. Really liked it. My grandson's getting married in a few months. And I thought she was going to say, will you come and sing? Everyone would think that, right? She goes, no, I saw your mother's dress. I really liked it. Maybe I could buy it off her.
Oh, is that funny? You see, you never know.
I left it with my team. Let them do the negotiations.
You never know what people are looking at when they look at those videos. All right, Eitan Freilich. You have your choice. We have a single.
I think we should do the single.
Should we do the single?
I think we should do the single. This one, Srili Maya. You know Srili Maya?
We certainly do know Srili Meyer.
brilliant.
He's a big JM fan.
He is amazing. He's amazing. He came to me with a song, and I said, I love it. And I said, go produce it. And he came back with this.
Well, who composed it?
Yitzi Wildner.
All right, Yitzi Waldner, presented to you by Srili Meyer. It's called Lahodot Lecha. Eitan Freilich, this is the single, Lahodot Lecha. We're on Facebook.com/Nachum Segal Network. Facebook.com/Nachum Segal Network. Any comments you have, we recommend you put them on Facebook, or feel free to comment on the NSN app. Meanwhile, Eitan Freilich with Lahodot Lecha. This is JM in the AM. JM in the AM with Eitan Freilich. He's visiting us from London. That is the single we were talking about, Lahodot Lecha, here at JM in the AM. Facebook.com/Nachum Segal Network. Facebook.com/Nachum Segal Network. Feel free to say whatever you wish on our app. Go to the NSN, Nachum Segal Network app for Android and iPhone, and comment away, as we like to say. If you're listening from London, let us know. Give us that break. Let us know that you're tuned in from God knows how many miles away. Who's
He
that?
looks after someone called Isaac Golding. He manages my schedule, basically.
Where is he? In London?
He's based here, actually.
Really?
Yeah. So he manages. I was just saying to you during the break how I was performing in Las Vegas last year.
Right.
And that's when I went from Vegas. I performed there. And I flew in. It's a 12-hour flight. And I flew in. We had a break. I came with my friend. He's the guy who runs my music in London. His name's Louis Herschaft. He's very helpful in this album. And we came in, 2 hours sleep, performed, and left and went to New York straight away.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then I recorded this song there.
So that's where the single came from.
And then that was that. That was that trip. Very successful.
Eitan Freilich series visiting us from across the pond as we talk about his album, which is entitled Am Yisrael Chai. We have a bunch of requests for the title track, so we'll get to it soon, maybe next. And the brand new single. The music's available where at this point?
Yeah, it's available everywhere. iTunes, my favorite. Google Play, Amazon, Mostly Music, Nigun.
Just search your name.
Yeah, literally.
Where do people buy hard CDs in London? Are there still stores in London?
A few. It's the bookstores. But there's like 6 or 7.
How many kosher restaurants are there in London?
Okay, no, one street's got about 25, honestly. It's got a lot.
What's the name of the street?
Brent Street, Golders Green, that whole one street.
25 kosher restaurants?
Literally, it's got loads. Some good, some bad.
So I'd be good for at least a week there, you say?
Yeah.
And
you've got one in town. It's pretty decent as well, called Rubens. Very good.
what does that mean, one in town?
There's one in town. So you go into town, the center of London, and then there's one like very good one. It's been there for years.
We have this dream. I may have mentioned this to you early on. We have this dream of broadcasting for a week from London. I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
You'll get me and Shlomi there. Me and Shlomi Gertner.
Head Gerton is always there?
Yeah. Me and him.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
We're a good duo. You get us for a wedding, we're great together.
I saw him recently. I don't remember where. But yeah, he's a wonderful guy as well.
He's brilliant. Listen, I was 10 years old or something when he started, and I would sing with him at chuppahs, and he'd come around to the house and he'd rehearse with me, and he'd say, Eitan, you need to do this. You really need to do this. And when I came out with the album, he was one of the first people to the store, or to the shop, as I would say, to go and buy it. He sent me a picture. He's so happy. He's a brilliant guy, really, honestly.
Are you two now the two biggest names in Jewish music in London?
We love it. Literally, we jam together a lot. He's very good.
Any other names I should know about on the scene?
London, that's basically it.
That's
really.
it.
Yeah.
The two of you.
Us working on albums.
What about in Bournemouth?
Nothing goes on there.
Nothing there, huh?
No.
Is that kosher hotel still there?
I think so. I was there years ago. It's funny. I met my wife there actually. Yeah.
What, on a
ago.
singles weekend?
Yeah, no. It was a bar mitzvah a few years ago. So I met her there, and that's when she saw me. I was singing there. She saw me, and then since then we've been friends. And then there you go.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's funny.
You didn't expect that, did you?
I didn't
the only thing to come from Bournemouth.
I didn't expect you to react to my knowledge of Bournemouth. But we always had a good time with that conversation because there's always a comparison between that hotel and the Catskills Hotel here
right.
in the New York area. So I always ask about that. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, when Ohad gets to London each Purim, I think it's there.
He goes to Bournemouth. He does because it like revives like
right.
The whole
place. Someone takes it over.
Yeah. Ohad's very good. He's another guy who's
he's all right, right? Yeah,
he's a decent. And David Fadida, his manager's we get on very well. Yeah.
They're good people.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, we like working with them.
They're real talent. That's the thing.
Real talent is right. That's for sure. All right, at least you recognize it. 8:30 in the morning on this Thursday. It's JM and the AM as promised. Eitan Freilich with his title track, Am Yisrael Chai, composed by
Eli Schwab.
Eli Schwab composed it. Here it is at JM and the AM.
לפעמים קשה, צריך נחמה, מתפשט הפחד, ממלא את הנשמה, לא קל להתמודד, ונראה שאין מוצא, מחפש כתף לתמיכה, פתאום עכשיו תקווה, יש בי עוצמה שלה, מהחי בחוזקה, אוחזת ידה בשעה, עם ישראל חי, מרים את שתי ידיי, מסתכל קדימה,
Title track, Am Yisrael Chai.
כולנו אחים ואיתכם אני ודאי. עם ישראל, עם ישראל, עם ישראל חי.
A lot of good composers and good compositions out there. Beautiful song. Title track to Am Yisrael Chai with Eitan Freilich live in studio on this, what we're calling a New Music Alert Thursday here at JMDM. Hello to listener Joseph, listener Suzanne, listener David, listener Mordechai, listener Adam, listener Judy, listener Ben. Just some of the people who are listening right now and watching on Facebook.com/Nachum Segal Network on Facebook Live. We thank you. And, of course, those who are commenting on our app, you can check that out by going to the NSN, Nachum Segal Network app for Android and iPhone. See some of the comments that have been
Eddie Schwab just tuned in.
Did he?
Yeah, he's tuned in now. He said he's listening. So.
He knew when to tune in, let me tell you.
There you go.
He tuned in just at the height of that Eddie Schwab song.
I was saying to him yesterday with that song, I said, when I performed at Hask last year, I went to visit the kids, and it was really, really the campus.
Up in camp, right?
Yeah, I did that and Camp Simcha. And I said I didn't perform that song. I tried to perform all the classics. You know, I thought they'd know. And at the end, they started screaming to do Am Yisrael Chai. I was like, yes.
That must have been a good feeling.
It was great. I did this last week. When was Hanukkah? It feels like just last week. It was 3 weeks ago.
A couple weeks back.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Time goes so quickly. So yeah, Hanukkah, we did like a schools tour. So I travelled from all the schools in London, Manchester. I went to perform for the kids. It's like the best part of my year, to be honest, because the kids really love it. Like it gets out of class, they enjoy it, they can dance a bit.
That's great.
Or dance a bit, as you'd say.
How many Jewish schools are there in London?
There's a lot. There's quite
There are.
not enough. There you go. Not enough.
Quite a good number.
Yeah. Pretty decent. And I go around there and I performed for the kids. And I remember that one. They were singing Am Yisrael Chai and Lahoda Sacha. Those are the two.
Are there still people in Israel who travel to London for the day to shop?
I don't know about that.
You've never heard that?
I've done 2 days before. I went, I think, 9 times last year, which is quite
Because
a lot.
the flight from London to Israel is how long?
4 or 5 hours.
It is 4 or 5
Yeah,
hours.
yeah.
I thought it was even less than that. Wow.
Not yet. You never know.
They're working on that, I'm sure, to say the least. All right. Best way to be in touch with you. Is there a website? Is there a Facebook? What's the story?
Through the website, I have someone. Thank God I get so busy. So with scheduling, and if it's performance related, then definitely on the website there's an email address. Pop over an email there. It's brilliant. And if it's you want to get in touch with me on Facebook, it's the best place.
All right. So Eitan Freilich on Facebook. And if anybody wants to speak to your mother about her wardrobe, then what do we...
I think she's probably sold it by now, probably in the last 20 minutes.
JM in the AM on a Thursday morning broadcast. Couple of things before we move on with Eitan Freilich. Remember, or I remind you that coming up at 9 o'clock, 25 minutes from now, Charlie Harari with a full hour today of Unlocking Greatness. Jew in the City speaks at 10 a.m. with Allison speaking to stand-up comedian Ellie Leibovitz. That's Live with Miriam Al Wallach begins at 10:30 Eastern Time with Steve Greenstein, director of The Mighty Atom, a documentary which tells the story of Joseph Greenstein, who at 5'4" became the world's strongest man. Avrami sits in for the live lunch as I head out to Phoenix, Arizona, from 11 until 1. And then the Erev Shabbos show with Mark Zomick, presented by Kedem, happens tonight beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure to be tuned in. My thanks to Avrami and Yoni and Matis and Miriam and everybody who's coordinating last-minute stuff so that I can conduct the weekly update tomorrow. And we can get a great Friday morning show on the air as well. One of those situations where I'll be on the road, but we'll be all connected magically in order to present the weekly update and get a Friday JM in the AM rolling on the Nachum Segal Network. Want to wish a mazel tov to the Panzakos, I hope I have that pronounced properly, and Kaplan families here on the Lower East Side of Manhattan. Mordechai Kaplan is the chassan, Ariella is the kala, and a special mazel tov to Deborah and Elliot Kaplan. Tonight's the big wedding. We apologize for missing it since we'll be out of town with Kids of Courage, but we wish them the very best. A big mazel tov celebration to Mordechai and Ariella from all of us here at JM in the AM. A couple of reminders. Scholar in residence down here at the Bialystoker Synagogue on the Lower East Side of Manhattan, Rabbi Dr. David Horowitz this Shabbos. Contact the Bialystoker for information about that. And don't forget that our good friend Rabbi Gil Student is going to be up at OF Tzedek, Upper West Side of Manhattan. He'll be the scholar in residence there this Shabbos. You can go to their website for information about all of that. Thursday morning, and Eitan Freilich is visiting us. All right, we have time for one or two more.
Can I say a quick mazel tov to one of your listeners and my listeners?
Yeah.
We've got mutual listeners.
Go right ahead.
Judy.
Yes,
Judy, yeah.
I heard about the big engagement.
Yeah, there you go. Got out there.
Engagement took place last night. Give me a second, and I'll tell you exactly who got engaged. How do you like that?
That's quick.
Yeah, not quick enough, frankly. But
Well,
congratulations and mazel tov going out to Josh Hertzfeld and Ariella Samimi. She's out in Great Neck, and of course, Josh out in New Jersey. They are a very recently engaged couple.
yeah, Judy flew over for my concert.
At your wedding or
She
concert?
came to the wedding and concert.
What do you mean concert? There was the wedding.
I did a concert in London.
Around the
Before
same
that,
time
but
as
no,
the wedding?
before. She came twice.
Oh, it was two separate
She's
trips.
a real fan. Yeah.
Very nice.
She came twice. Nachum, next time you're coming, right?
That's called dedication, I would guess.
Yeah. Very good.
Well, I told you the conditions of us getting out there to London.
Good restaurants?
We got to figure out a week of broadcasting. We got to get all the proper people to support it, and we got to go to about 25 kosher restaurants. Those are 3 conditions.
Best week. The
of
best
coming
week.
out there to London. Simple as that. What else did I want to ask you? Just looking at some of the listener. Avi wants to know if you ever go to Los Angeles.
I do. I was there 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, there you go.
With a gig or
No, I went with my wife.
little vacation?
1 week we got, 5 days.
Boy, oh boy. You guys are living it up being married 2 months. How do you like that?
Pretty good. Listen, she deserves it. I'm away so many evenings. It's the best I could do.
All right, give us a selection off of the Am Yisrael Chai album, which you'd like to play for our
I'm
audience.
thinking it's the morning. I think we should do everything that doesn't make sense. Let's do Halayla. Let's do Halayla. It's an Ari Goldwag. I love it.
It's called Halayla. Eitan Freilich has it on his album entitled Am Yisrael Chai. Starting to wind down a new music alert Thursday here at JM and the AM. I thank everybody who's watching it on Facebook Live. All you got to do to watch is go to the Nachum Segal Network page on Facebook, and you'll see what's happening inside the confines of the NSN studios here in New York. Halayla, Eitan Freilich at JM and the AM.
Samba
Halayla, off of the album entitled Am Yisrael Chai. Final minutes with Eitan Freilich here on a Thursday morning. He's visiting from London, England, where they drive on the other side of the road. He was just telling me, you said to me you would be uncomfortable driving here in the United States.
Yeah,
It would be a tough adjustment.
I drove once from LA to Vegas. It's easy because you're on one road.
Right.
But if I ended up, I couldn't drive. I mean, most people don't drive in Manhattan.
Right.
Like, you get the subway. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, a lot of people take the subway.
Yeah.
I tend to drive a little too much, but most people take the subway,
No,
and it would be difficult.
And you got to park here in the hotel. I got to say, the Park Meridian.
Right.
It's now called the Parker, I think. I haven't been able to enjoy the room as much as I wanted to.
Because you're always on the road.
I've been out the whole time, but honestly, they've treated me amazingly.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess your reputation precedes you.
Every time I go there, they know me now. They say, "Welcome back, sir."
Very nice.
How was my American accent there?
We'll make sure to note that. You got to work on that American accent a bit. But I don't know. People are not disappointed if you don't have an American accent. Trust me.
That's funny.
They like the British accent. Anyway, Eitan Freilich, his music's everywhere. He's working on a brand new album.
That's correct.
The timetable.
I hope as soon as possible, but I'm not rushing. It's got to be what I want it to be, you know?
Let's see. It's now January. You think it'll be out by Pesach?
Nah, I don't think so.
Sometime before
Let's
the summer?
be realistic, because every time a singer gives a deadline date,
Right.
it never happens. So
Before the summer, maybe?
I hope so, but I don't know. It really has to. The right song's got to come, and that's it. I'm gonna have to wait. Because this is now my second album. It needs to be.
Right.
I've learned a lot, and I want it to be exactly what I want it to be.
We should wrap up with which selection
Ooh,
as we say goodbye this morning.
it's a good question. I think something fast. I'm thinking Middle Eastern, maybe Mizrach.
All right, we could do that. Why not? That's how we'll close things out this morning.
think-
I appreciate you stopping by.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me. Honestly, to you,
Excuse
Miriam.
me.
Nah, you got a cold. It's honestly, it's a pleasure being here. Thank you for having me.
A pleasure. Don't be a stranger.
Thank you. I'll let you know when I'm here next.
And we hope to see you in London at some point.
Brilliant in one of those restaurants.
And do me a favor, spread the word.
I will.
Tell everybody in London that the best Jewish radio show in the world is thousands of miles away, and it's worth it for them to tune in.
I'll tell them.
Let them know.
They're having lunch now.
Are they at lunch right now?
We're 5 hours ahead, but on everything else, we're behind.
So they're just before 2 p.m. With everything else, we're behind. That's
You like
good.
that one?
Yeah, that is good. Anybody in New York would agree with that, trust me.
It's so true.
Yeah. All right, Eitan Freilich. I thank him for visiting us on a Thursday morning as we close out this segment. This is also from his album Am Yisrael Chai. It's called Mi Mizrach Shemesh, and you are listening to JM in the AM.